To an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Check 19! 52, come on! Check back. Slam!
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is and this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kahale Waring, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Terry connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
93, 52, 93, 44.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
It's taken to the 26. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Hey, 31! It's a party now! It's a party now! Let's go!
From the 50, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Dixon complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bullet good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Sean Williams had time in on the stop. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Just like that. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, high 7.
Dalton now to pass. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton. He's got Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half. We'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Steps away to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
48-yard line. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's our time. Go. 57. Mike, 57. I got you, son. I got you, son. 50.
On 1st down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
24. Check, Mike, 57. Too little, cut.
Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this? Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball, grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson going to throw deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Dalton's pass complete to Green. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with Hill here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Joe Mixon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Travion Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Watson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Kill, kill, kill.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Dances by him. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, Mixon, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. To Mixon on the check down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
16 yards, a 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things, and you know in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you did.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw here, Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. 23 yards the pickup there. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, unable to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton finding Green complete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Mixon. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But now it's 3rd and goal. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it. Maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
93-52-93.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, and he's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a